Hey gang, Diana here today with some Valentine's Day cards. Valentine's Day is coming up and I have to tell you that I thought I challenged myself to make a bunch of them this year. So I'm going to share a little bit of time management, so to speak. So here's the card. First thing I did was come up with a layout that I wanted to use, and this is a real rough sketch, and just to make a decision on what you want where. And then I've just began to cut the pieces. Here's the finished card. Okay, so there's a nice quote I found online, and the quote says, "Do all things with love." And this is going out to my family, so it wasn't a gushy love card. So let me tell you about the elements I used and how I put it together. So the first thing that I did was I die cut. I did not die cut because I don't have a die cutter, but you might. I cut a bunch of tags using this big punch I had from another project, and I cut a whole bunch of these and put the little hole in. And a new way that I'm storing this kind of stuff is in one of these sleeves you can get on Amazon. This is one of those a la Jennifer McGuire, the organizing guru. And I also cut a whole bunch of little hearts. I have this, actually just bought that for this project. And I bought a pad of paper, and I just cut a whole bunch of hearts and I put those together in an envelope too. I had laying around for some reason these envelopes and these library cards, so that was a big motivation for why I made this card this particular way. I also had some string, some of that string, which I thought would be really cute with the tag. You know, you can really use any kind of tag for this. They have these little tags that are really widely available. You could cut a piece of paper, and I think most everybody has one of these hole punches. So you can really make this much easier and cheaper, or you can definitely make it fancier, which I think is probably the case with a lot of you. I think I have very few of these gadgets and gizmos. I also used some washi tape on the pocket, which I thought was really Valentine-y, this red. And I just got this stuff at the craft store. Now, I did want to tell you about the front of the card. This is a piece of artwork of mine, and I went ahead and printed it out on paper, decent paper, and then just cut the little pieces apart. And I adhered a piece of this cute little scrapbooky paper to the front of the card. This is probably not news to any of you. And then just using one of these things. Tombos are really nice. Then I did add, I don't know if you can see it, but I did add some gel pen to this, and just to give it a little bit of sparkle. And I might add some more, and just happy Valentine's Day. Some hearts, and I outlined this one. I might you know, you can do as much as you want. And then I really liked this sentiment, especially for my family. Because I just think it's a really nice thing to think about, doing all things with love. So that is my card for Oh, I forgot to tell you one thing. The stuff that I printed out my cards on was also a piece of my paper from my salted paper video, which I will link somewhere or down there. So that you can see how I made that. And then I just put it in my printer and print it out. I print out like a couple, 3-4 sheets of these onto decent paper. Doesn't have to be great, but cardstock. And the sentiment, since I didn't have a stamp, I just used my printer again, and I used some heavy vellum, and I just printed it out on my printer. So I think that worked out well, and so my next job will be to begin to assemble the cards, and I have everything together in a basket. I can go anywhere in my house and carry my basket along, and if I have 10 minutes, I can put my washi tape all over my cards, all over my pockets. The next 10 minutes will be stringing up the envelope, the tags, etc. So I have everything done, everything organized in a basket and ready to go, and I'll just keep everything in a really accessible place downstairs so that I can get to it and just don't have to spend a big bunch of time on it. So I hope this helps. Thumbs up, subscribe, click, click. Love you guys.